Today, on this nice fall day, I'm at the Brooksvale Park in Hamden. It's a town park. Been around here for many years. Came here a lot when I was younger. So we're going to check out some of the fields and some of the trails and some of the features of the park. Walk over to the barn. There's some ponds here, and we'll just take a look around. Here is the secondary sign to the park. This goes in a gravel entrance. Sometimes I'll have some activities over here. I've seen the fire department do some training over there, albeit that was many years ago. But there's a large parking lot here. Plenty of parking on the weekends when they have a lot of activities. And we'll head over to that field just straight ahead in just a little while. This entrance area to the park is pretty expansive. On the weekends, very busy. This is a Monday. Softball area. When I was in Scouts as a kid in the mid-70s, early 70s, this was we used to have jamborees here. I'm sure they probably still do that as well. We'll head over to the barn and some other areas over by the main entrance, and we'll just take a little wander around the park. One of the nice features to this park is its connection to the Farmington Canal bike route, which is right down this trail. And we'll take a little short walk down here, and I'll tell you all about that. Right up this little path is the little road that goes up to, or the bike path that goes up to Brooksvale Park. And across the street here, wait for this car to go by. This is the Farmington Canal Trail, which has been in development, I'd say over the past 30 years. Cranking some nice tunes in that car on this beautiful day. And we'll go right across the street here. And we'll just take a walk down to this area right over here. As you'll see in a lot of areas in New England, we've got a little covered bridge. Doesn't look like much of a stream now, but in the springs these things can get quite filled with water. And got a little kiosk over here. We'll check that out. Someone doing some biking. And here is some information about the trail, about the website, all the locations in this section of the trail. Welcome to the Farmington Canal Greenway, Hamden section. That way is south. That heads down to Yale University in New Haven. That way goes to Massachusetts. And what's really cool is that there's actually a 56-mile, more people biking over there, 56-mile, you can call it a run. I couldn't even do it if I wanted to walk. It goes from Massachusetts all the way down to New Haven. Back in my younger days, I might have tried that. I couldn't even do a marathon now. But it's for charity, and it's in one day. Quite crazy, but it's really cool stuff. Thanks again for coming out with me on the trail. This is the beautiful Hamden section of the Farmington Canal Trail. See it go back there. As I said, it goes from New Haven, Connecticut to all the way up into Massachusetts, some 50 odd miles. If you ever want to do a century bike tour, you could start in New Haven, go all the way up into Mass, then come back. And it's really great because you are off the road. As you can hear behind me, cars going by. Back in my day, back in the 90s when I did my cross-country bike trip. Even back in the 80s, we're on the road all the time, and things have definitely changed a lot. Things are much more distractive now. People on their cell phones, it's just not the same as it was 35 years ago. So it's just more dangerous now. Got some people running here. Don't want to get them on there. How you doing? This trail is a blessing. It really is, because you are free from traffic. You can stay on this whole trail, as a gentleman was just running, uninterrupted. I mean, there are some places where you cross roads. It's not a big deal. And there's lots of places where you can go get something to eat. You can stop. Got another person biking back there, just going past me. So it's really a great addition, and it's much safer. You don't have to worry about traffic. And I mean, I used to love climbing when I biked. Out of the saddle, cranking. This trail is basically flat. I mean, you can't get much flatter than this, because it used to be part of a rail system. It used to be train tracks, and before that, it was part of a canal system, which you can, I'll come right over here, and you can see what's left of it. They used to pull barges, oxen, way back when. And there's also a section here where you can go on gravel if you like. So it's really a beautiful addition to the park, next to Brooksvale Park. So you can hop on this if you want, and then come back up to the park, take a break. So I thought I'd add that little section. If you have kids and you want to bring them to a nice park, this really is the place to come to. They've got horses over there. They've got goats. Somebody's mad about something. So it's great for little kids. I got little jumping goats here. What's up, goats? Eating their grass. Chickens, all kinds of stuff like that. So you've got children, smaller. It's a great place to go. I mean, to them, when I was a kid and I came here that age, you think you're in the middle of Iowa with all the activity, but it's a fun place. We do have a nice map of the property here. Leash your dog. Nothing on the backside. So today, just going to do a short little hike. Right about here. Gonna go up the reddish orange trail here. Blue, yellow to green. Come back down. Nothing major. We're going to check out this pavilion over here quickly, right down the hill, before we get on the trail. When I was younger, this pavilion that was built, I mean, I thought it was the coolest building in the world. Has this nice overview, although things have overgrown a lot. It's only been 50 years. I don't know what the big deal is. This is the most shocking, if you can believe it. This used to be a pond. We used to skate here. You can see well, over there you can't see it, but here, people would walk down these mats with their skates. Put your skates on over there. I mean, this thing had to be, I don't know, good 4 or 5 feet deep. I am now walking across it. and this has not had water in it for some time. I mean, it's a little soggy, but it did rain here a couple of days ago. Pretty good. You can see what's left of an old drainage system that we'll take a look at over here. This used to be almost completely underwater. It's always cool to come check out these things. I mean, as a kid, you go around, and I know I say that a lot. Hey, as a kid, I can reminisce. It's my YouTube page. Take a peek in here. Went down to something. Went out to somewhere. Probably across there. Where it drained out. Let's go check it out. And it goes off into what's left of a little stream down there. But this, I mean, this was a full-blown pond. I mean, people used to skate here, fish here. I mean, they do, not knocking on the town. I mean, they do maintenance here. You can tell. But I mean, this was flooded. And if I remember correctly, this was someone's Eagle project. This bench. I'm almost positive it was. No markers left. Yeah, this was a pretty big pond. I mean, that's got to go almost 100 yards across. And it used to float over here as well. Hence this semi-major little bridge here. I mean, this used to all be underwater. And it is no longer. Very, very fascinating. This is another very, very interesting section of the park. Bit of a history about the park. After you did your skating over by the pond, you'd actually come up to this hill, which looks a little steeper than it actually is, and you used to do your skiing. This used to be a ski slope. Hello, how you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Doing awesome. Reminiscing about the old ski slope.
Was this really a ski slope?
Yeah, back in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to, I'm filming, but you're not on it, if that's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
YouTube stuff, you know.
That is so cool. Is that why that...
Yeah, you can see it right up there.
yeah,
There's an
what
old,
was that,
yep.
like the rope pull where you pulled you back up?
Yeah, in the 50s and 60s. So when I was a kid, probably, you know, by 1970, we thought this was like, you know, the Alps. You know, I mean, like,
Yeah,
you thought this was a giant hill.
high.
There's nothing left. In the pond, the pond's gone.
Yeah, it goes, when the water comes, but when it's real hot, it just evaporates.
It's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing there at all.
I mean, we thought that was 6 feet deep, you know, when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this, you'd ski down the slope, and you end up down there. And there used to be the pulley, the rope pulley, would pull you right back up.
I always wondered why that thing was up there.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, you couldn't do it now with liability. I mean, you know, oh, I'm suing you.
Because they snow sleigh ride down here with tubes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's some still left that they do, but that used to be what was left of it. Yeah.
So, and the town of Hamden.
Great conversation. Two people I just met from Cheshire, which is right up the road. They didn't know about this, that this used to be a ski slope back in the 50s and 60s. And, you know, when I was little, you know, I'm like, what, 5, 6, 7 years old. You know, you just thought that this hill was, you know, the Alps. But what's left here, and this is on a Wikipedia page too, I believe the town may have it as well. You can see what's left there. See an old wheel. Part of the pulley system that brought you back up to the top. So you could ski down this hill. I mean, it's really cool stuff. I don't even think they could do this today. The liability would be, out of this world. We used to end up down there at the bottom of the hill. Let's see what we have here at the top, if there's anything left. We were talking 70 years ago. Here's what's left of this little weight area. And there's the ski slope. Yeah, nothing up here on the top end. It's gone. But this was the straight shot down. Right down here. You'd come back up on the rope pole. And you'd ski down this hill. Nothing, no, nothing over here. It's kind of a cliff on the other side. My mind is trying to go back to 1970 and remember this. I guess when I was talking to that couple over there, they had some dogs. This kids come here in the winter nowadays, just sled pretty good hill. I'm sure you can make it all the way down to the bottom there at the end. And over here is just sort of a cliff on the other side. But yeah, one of the reasons I started this channel was to highlight historical areas. I started with Hamden, and I'm sure your town has things as well that are a part of their history that would be forgotten. Like the pond over there that is almost dried up. But as we can see here, we just take a little walk over. Some of these rocks here were the border of the old tow line. That tree's probably got to be 30 years old, so that wasn't there at the time. But I think this is a really great thing if you document where you live and you want to talk about things that people may not know. Most people, they were wondering why this old hubcap thing was over here in a tree. I'm not sure if anyone would have guessed that was part of the system. I don't think you could do this today. I mean, liabilities and such, as I had mentioned. I think I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, that's the only piece here that is left. Any signs of rope or wire or anything, they're long gone. But kids would finish up skiing down there and come back up, grab onto the tow line on this tree, and they get towed back up the hill. Now it's overgrown. Interesting here. I mean, as I come down, these rocks may have been the entrance into this tow line. Yeah, they pretty much line up. It's just really cool stuff. People would know about this if they came through here. They're wondering, why is this hill like this? It is sort of a path now that goes up to one of the trails, but it's just a really, really cool part of Hamden. You'd ski here, go over to the pond over there. They have, fires in the winter, and you'd go skating on the pond. Really, really cool stuff. We are at our first intersection here. No handheld maps here, but they do have these nice little information plaques. We're going to take the red and white. Of course, if you're new to hiking, if the markers, see how one is lower than the other one, that means it's off to the right. So we're not going to go that right. We're going to go this right. Take a walk up here. Little faded marker on that tree. And we're not going to take the white. That goes down there. We're going to take the red because the white trail, let's see, we are right there. White trail goes over there. We're going to stay on the red trail. We're going to head up to the blue trail. Here we go. Our trail goes off to the left, but we have to go right just for a minute because we got to check out this very cool old building, which looks like, you can see the placement of some of these rocks, and I think they were placed because it looks like this used to be an old driveway at one time. Hard to see if there's any door, garage door. Bugs. Air conditioning. Wow. I think. No, thought it was snap insulation. It's not. Jason Bourne was here. I don't know if he knows that. Beautiful view out the back door. Looks like it used to be a maintenance garage of some kind, or a ranger house. This is very, very prevalent back in the day. Though there's no sign of plumbing or anything, so, or electricity. I know the YMCA down the road used to have a ranger that lived there eons ago. But very cool. It's cool to go off trail just a little bit. I mean, this park is tiny. But you don't want to get too far gone if you lose track of markers. But we're right back on the red trail, so we're going to keep going. So here we are. Just met a nice couple with another dog. Very friendly. We're at this little intersection here. We've got the red trail that goes off and the blue trail that goes that way. I'm going to take that one. It's great to be back on the trail. Let me just grab the phone here, like that. We can walk and talk. Well, I'll be doing the talking. It's really great to be on the trail again. Being a heart attack survivor, I'm just happy that I'm out here. Something I don't recommend. It's a real drag. Yeah, some days you laugh about it, some days you don't. But I am very, very, extremely thankful that I'm able to do what I'm doing. Got some more people with dogs. I won't get them on video. Oh, hello, how are you? Just met another nice hiker with their dog. Yes, I'm very thankful that I'm out here hiking. It's a tough thing to go through, but I've been blessed with family and faith and great doctors and nurses. Thank you. More than you know, thank you. It's an interesting feeling knowing that something's out of your control, absolutely and completely, and people took care of you. I come from a family of nurses, and they do God's work. They did it for me. And I'm here now, walking on this nice trail, talking to nice people, enjoying nature, God's gift, and I am extremely appreciative. It's funny that you grew up in a certain part of town and you didn't even walk on these trails. You know, you keep going to the same places over and over, but it's good to be out, glad to be out, and I'm going to continue on here and chat again. Okay, I was on the Blue Trail, which is now no longer the Blue Trail because they painted green over it. And when I came down here, green says to go right, and over here, yeah, okay. Sun's up there. I don't want to go west, so I'm going to follow the green down there. There's a marker over there. Okay, just finished up a short hike today here at Brooksvale Park. Met a lot of great people out today. A lot of hikers. Almost every person had dogs with them. Beautiful dogs, very friendly. This is a nice park. One of the things, though, they don't have any handout maps here. So, but they do have trail markers and they do have trail maps, plaques that are out on the trail in certain sections of the sections I was on. One thing, though, is that the trails were not well marked out on the trails themselves. And what I mean by that is they didn't line up exactly with the map. I just did a short rectangular loop here, maybe a mile and a half, getting my sea legs back, as it were, and they had made some alterations to the trails. Actually, one hiker had asked her, said yes, they're making another trail and moving some colors around. And actually, one of the trails I was on, the color was totally different. They went to green, from green to aquamarine. The blue trail kind of disappeared. But I knew where I was because I just used the sun as my compass. So I knew sun's setting in the west. The sun was ahead of me. So I didn't want to keep going west. So I took a left and came back down the trail to where I started because I had gone up to start, back down to finish. So it's that kind of stuff that it's really good to have a map with you, so you know where you are. But there were also other markers here that there's a power line that I knew that I didn't walk under, and it's much farther down the trail. So that was another indication that I wasn't where I thought I was. It was just kind of loopy. But I think it's good to, ask for directions or look at other indicators such as the sun or landmarks that can guide you back to where you need to go. But I think I'm going to come back here. I'm going to explore some of the other trails. And actually, what I will do is make notes. This time I'll print something out. I'll make notes on the map themselves and let the town know that these trail markers are not, they don't match up with the map themselves. So that's something I'll do. We'll pay forward, but hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon.